my friends, and welcome back. It's still Friday, April 21st, 2023. I am obviously the drunk pokeroo, and it is clearly still beer time. We haven't left the backyard yet. I just finished a beautiful IPA. Now we're going to get into something, because I was at the LCBO the other day. I was, and I saw this. I have a really weird thing with Innis and Gunn, because they make some great beers that I really enjoy, and then they make some stuff I'm like, I don't know what that is. Matured for mellowness. That's a good piece of advice. Innis and Gunn Irish Whiskey Cask Scottish Oatmeal Stout with notes of vanilla, coffee, and chocolate, aged 51 days. Well, that's a long time, isn't it? What's wrong with a year? 51 days. That's pretty specific, too. It's not like aged 50 days, which you'd be like, okay, 50 is a round number. No, 51. Well, because Bruce was supposed to take it out of the cask, but he was off, so we just left it in for the extra day till he got back from vacation. I got it. Okay, 6%. Found it at the LCBO. I don't know. I was like, yeah, why not? I like whiskey. I'm not a huge Scotch man. I don't like the peaty stuff, but I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. We're drinking stuff from around the world this year. We're just going to buy random beers at the LCBO from like different countries and just drink them. Macro, micro, doesn't matter. That smells coppery. All right, well. I guess whiskey-ish. So you can smell a little peaty, maybe? I don't know. Let's get into it. You never know until you try. Cheers. Or you'd rather not know and never try. Yeah, I guess it's a little thin for an oatmeal stout. Like an oatmeal stout should be thick, chewy almost. There are notes of vanilla and chocolate and copper. Pennies. It's not particularly peaty. I mean, it's mellow. I'll give it that. There's the smokiness. There's like a smokiness there that's just like, okay. Let's try and find something nice to say. It's stouty. Stouty McStout face. I would release all my beers as that. IPA McIPA face. That would be all my... I'm just going to open up a brewery and all my beers are going to be named that. Listen. Again, we have beers that I'm like, I'm not a fan of this. But I know there's somebody out there right now going, no, man, I love that beer. I'm like, all right. I'm not even saying you're wrong. Because it's your palate. You can like what you like. I always loved that. And I take it back to a buddy of mine. His old man. My buddy Marty and his old man Phil. Phil and my dad were buddies from Stelco. They both worked at Stelco, so Marty and I became buddies too. And I remember I was having an argument with him when I was a teenager with Phil. He's a big fan of The Who, and of course I love Zeppelin. And I'm like, oh, The Who's terrible. Zeppelin's the best. And we started talking about music, and he really turned my head around on the concept of, you know, especially when it comes to stuff of subjectiveness like music and or beer, that, you know, somebody else's choice doesn't negate your choice. Right? So if I tell you I don't like this, if you like it, you're not wrong and neither am I. And that was the way, and I'll always remember that from Phil, and I will carry that with me. He's still with us. Like him and my dad, I think, are late 60s, early 70s, but they're still going strong, but I will remember that. And I think that, again, this week I've been talking about people in my past with beers maybe that I don't like, and I feel it's bad. But I think it's important to remember that. Like, just because I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. Like, I don't like the way it tastes. I don't like the way it's put together. It's not for me. But again, that kind of Irish whiskey, I'm not a big Irish whiskey fan. I like bourbon. I like, Canadian whiskey. But right, if that's what you're into, you're going to try this and be like, oh, man, that's fantastic. I'm going to be like, you're not wrong. I think I'm just trying to be fair to people. And I have no desire. I don't like it. Like, I'm not going to finish it. And I paid money for it. And I used to finish them when I paid money. I'd be like, I paid money for this. And I'm like, I'm not going to waste the ABV. I got other stouts to drink. Right? But, I mean, if you like this, I'd like to know that. Do you like it? What do you like about it? If you can tell me. Because I would love to know. And I think I'm legitimately saying that. Right? So, I don't know. There we go. This is way longer video than it should have been. 51 days? Maybe we should have left it in there a little longer. But then it would have got peatier. Maybe. I don't know. See, I don't know nothing about nothing. You guys have a good night. I am going to go get an IPA or something. Or a stout. I'm going to go get a stout. All right. Cheers, my friends. Take her easy. Meh. It's meh. That's the word. Meh. Like, it's not terrible, But you're just like, I was kind of expecting more, and I got less. Story of my life. Except when it comes to my gut. Always more.